I am so happy to come to you guys today. I love it when things kind of sync up, okay? So it is the 15th of the month. We have our Scent and Warmer of the Month subscriptions running. That is one of our consultant perks, right? We get to get the warmer and the scent, or we can just get the scent every single month for the upcoming month, right? So today subscriptions ran. I cannot wait to get my hands on this scent first and foremost, but the 15th is the middle of the month. So hopefully you've seen the mid-month shout out of our top 10 out of our entire group. Okay. We have a lot of you who are moving, making boss moves. You are all over social media. I absolutely love watching it. I do. It is one of my favorite things. Today, we are going to go ahead and we are going to talk about selling without selling. What is that? What in the world are we talking about? All right. So we're going to jump into probably my absolute favorite part of my Scentsy business, and that happens to be social media. Oh my gosh, did you even know me? Okay, so I love my social media. It is how I have built my business. I was not the consultant who started out having lots of local customers and doing lots of home parties or events or things like that. It just didn't really work for me. For years, and I still say this to this day, I always would say, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson, but I make sales. So I obviously have to be doing something, right? All right. So what it all boils down to, you guys know the way of social media right now, right? The way of the world is influencing. You see people on social media selling you things every single time you are logging on. Every single time. Okay. So you may not even realize that you're actually being sold to. Okay. That is one of the best examples, right? Is, what I really love to look at, honestly, are like the new sandwich that's coming out at Arby's, right? Or something like that, right? They're showing you this new thing and you're all about it. Somebody posts on social media about a new air fryer that they got. And what do you automatically do? You either are thinking, oh, I wish I had an air fryer. Or you're thinking, maybe I should add an air fryer to my list for the holidays, right? You're already starting to think about things that you could do with that item. So with that being said, why are we not using the same ways to be talking about our Scentsy? All right, one of the easiest ways to sell without selling, specifically when it comes to Scentsy, changing your wax. Yes, yes, yes. I know it sounds like something simple and you're like, there's no reason, nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. Let me tell you that one of my tried and true, most popular posts that I do on social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Snapchat, TikTok, I don't care where you're talking about social media, but one of the most popular posts that I end up seeing are my Wax Change Wednesday posts. And all it is, you guys have probably, hopefully, maybe you've seen them, right? Okay. All it is me, I go around the house and I get the dishes, I dump them out in the trash, I wipe them out, and then I set them down, usually on my dining room table. I put them all together, and then I come in here and I come to my super secret Scentsy stash, and then I figure out, okay, what is the vibe that I'm going for, right? Do I want something fun and fruity? Do I want something more seasonal? Do I want it more on the musky or the sandalwood side of things? Like what am I feeling this week? And so I will then compile usually 2, 3, or 4 different scents, right, that are going to kind of fill up all those dishes and go throughout the house. So sometimes they complement each other, sometimes they don't, but it's a fun surprise. And so all I do is I have those dishes, right, on my dining room table. I take my wax, and tomorrow is Wax Change Wednesday. So I've got this one here because I was like, I have to warm it. I have to warm it. I came in my Scentsy Club last month. I have to start warming this. I am so excited. This is the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration scent. It's the iridescent. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, ear. Okay, Mickey ears. Okay, iridescent. Okay, this scent, let me just tell you, it's flipping fantastic. I cannot wait to warm this, right? So I've got that one ready. So I'm going to be adding other scents to go with that, right? What else am I going to fill up the home with? Maybe I'll throw in a vanilla buttercream, right? Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to end up putting in there? But that's the point, right? So I get those couple bars of wax that I have, and then I start just placing them. Okay, this is the dish for the one in the bathroom. Maybe I want the bathroom to smell maybe a little bit more floral or fresh, right? So I'll put that sitting there, right? And I kind of go around room to room with the dishes on my table. And then all I do is I take the then empty, usually empty container, and then I set it next to it, right? And then all I do is I take my phone. It's nothing fancy. I take my phone, take a picture, boom. I take it into the app that I use for a lot of my graphics and things like that. I use GoDaddy Studios. It used to be called Over. It's just an app that I've literally mastered over the years. And when you love something, you love it, right? And I just love it. So I use it all the time. Anyway, but you can do it in any app, right? So then I just go into the app, I pull the picture in, and then I put the words, right? So I will usually write out the name of the bar, and then I will just use these fun little arrows, just showing which dish this scent went into. That's it. That's it, right? So I know that if I can change my wax once a week, I know you can change your wax once a week. And you can also start sharing that. Again, you may be thinking, nobody cares. Here's the thing. You're right. In the big scheme of things, right, it's a very insignificant thing, a wax change. But here's the thing. When you do this consistently, on your social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, like I said, I don't care where you're living on social media, just do it there, okay? Start sharing it. Text it to your customers if you do texting with your customers. If you do an email, share it with your customers. Here's what I'm warming in my home this week, right? Okay, start sharing that, because what is going to happen is people are going to look at that post. I don't care if nobody hits the like button. I don't care if nobody leaves a comment on that post. Here's what it's doing. It is reminding people that there is a really easy way to freshen up their house, right? Insert Scentsy. Okay. Number 2, it is reminding people that you, my friends, are the expert when it comes to Scentsy. You may not feel like an expert. You may not call yourself an expert, but when people see you as the Scentsy consultant, they see you as the Scentsy person, right? You're the Scentsy expert. You're the one who, if they don't know what to do, I don't know what light bulb my warmer takes, whatever, right? They're reaching out to you. You are truly taking control of that mindset, right? Okay, so you're taking that on. And number 3, what it's doing is it's also there reminding people, putting that little nugget of information into their minds of, maybe I should start changing my wax. I haven't, I have that Scentsy warmer that I bought, but I really haven't used it in a while. Or, I just don't really have any like good scents that I like right now. Maybe I should put in a small order. Right? It's literally just planting some seeds. Now, this doesn't mean that when I post that every Wednesday that I turn around, put all my dishes back into their warmers, sit down, and then I like ding, 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 and I'm seeing all these orders coming in. Okay. We all know it doesn't work like that, but The same thing as we talk about when we are planting seeds, when we are having conversations with others, specifically about like the joining opportunity, right? We are planting seeds with our followers who may or may not be current customers. But what they're doing when they're seeing these posts is it's planting a seed. Now, we've got the holidays coming up, right? Thanksgiving is coming quicker than we think. Christmas coming quicker than we think, right? New Year's coming quicker than we think. All of these things are lining up for us, right? And for many of us, you may be hosting at your home. Maybe you're going to someone's home. Maybe you have a family tradition that you all get together for, right? Whatever it really is. But here's what you're doing is by planting those seeds, you are reminding the people who are following you, oh yeah, okay, so I can make my house smell really cozy. All right, I know I'm going to a lot of work, and most of us do, right? I'm one of those people who I'm OCD when it comes to my house. Okay, there's certain things that have to be done in a certain way and on a certain timeline. But I am one of those people who I'm very conscious about my house, right? So I need it to look nice. I need it to look the way that I want, all the things. So when I start to think, okay, so I'm going to be having people over at my home for Thanksgiving, for instance, right? What do I want people to notice as soon as they walk in my house? I want them to be able to be thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, it smells freaking fantastic in here. Now, I would like to say, props are probably going out for my turkey that's going to be smelling amazing. But aside from that, right, when they're sitting in the living room, when they're going to the bathroom to wash their hands, getting ready for the feast, right, all the things, they are experiencing fragrance. Now, we all know this is science, and it's not Scentsy science, right? This is real science, right? Scent is one of our highest senses, or maybe it's the number one sense. You know, we've got 5 senses, right? Okay, out of all of our senses, it is the one closest tied to memories. Now, when you think of memories, what time of the year are you thinking of? Are you thinking of this time of year? Are you thinking of Christmas? Are you thinking of New Year's, ringing in a new year, being around the people that you love, your closest friends, your loved ones, right? Your kids, your family, all the things. You are tying a scent to that memory. So when people look back on that Christmas morning of 2022 or whatever, right? They're going to think back and they're going to remember how it was, who was in the room, what did the tree look like, you know, the wrapping paper all over the floor, right? Whatever it is. And then they're going to be met with that scent. I think this is one of the best ways to be able to sell Scentsy, is to simply remind people that fragrance is tied to memories. I don't have my dad with me any longer. My husband doesn't have his mom with us any longer, right? I wish, we all wish, if you've got, and I'm sure probably most of you out there, have a loved one who you don't get to be with, right? You're always sitting there thinking, if I had one more holiday, if I had one more day, picture that day. What would it be? Would it be the sun shining? Would you be outside doing an activity? Would it be everybody gathered around the table to eat a meal, even if it's not Thanksgiving, right? What would take you back to that memory? For a lot of us, that is the scent. That's the fragrance. I can't tell you how many times, and it's almost going to be 20 years. My dad passed in 2004 from brain cancer. He was a Vietnam veteran. One of the most vivid things that I can remember happening, and it happened to me probably about for the first year or so, maybe into like the first 2 years. And it would be just every so often, I could never tell when it would happen, but every so often I would be somewhere, and it wouldn't be anywhere that would remind me of my dad, anything like that, right? Maybe it would just be shopping in the grocery store or running to Target or whatever, right? Just random, normal, everyday things. But every so often, I remember I would catch a whiff and I would smell what I thought was his cologne. Even now, it makes me all... I remember that. Now, maybe it was somebody who was wearing the same cologne. Maybe it was a cologne that was similar, right? Whatever it was. I like to think maybe it was my dad with me, right, for a split second. But it's that memory that instantly pulled me right back to him. Now, what do we want to do for our families? What do we want to give our kids, our loved ones? We want to give them memories. The holidays are not all about what we can buy, what we can afford, what we're doing, all the extravagant things, right? It's not all about that. We know the reason for the season, okay? But one of the biggest things that I will tell you from my own personal life experience of a little over 40 years on this world, okay, is remembering those moments. So if you can give someone the memory of a moment, would you do it? I will in a heartbeat. If I can take somebody back with a scent of baked apple pie or vanilla bean buttercream, or maybe it's icicles and evergreen, just that evergreen scent of the tree and what it was like opening the presents and all the things. Those are going to be the things that I want to be able to give others. It's the one thing that I can give to someone to help them through a really hard time. The holidays can be a really hard time for some people. So let's make things easier. Let's give people experiences. Let's share with others how scent and fragrance can really bring everything together. So selling without sharing. Like I said, that simple act of me just changing my wax. It's me with empty wax dishes, sitting on my dining room table, taking a picture, drawing some arrows, putting some words. You guys can do this. Okay? I don't care what your skill level is. You can figure out a way to do it. Okay? You can do this. It doesn't even have to be with the graphics and all of that. It can just be a picture of the dishes with the wax and the wax bars just sitting next to it. Okay? That's it. Don't overthink the process. Also, remember this. Every time that you are posting that, remember what you're doing, right? You're planting seeds. So the people may not be ready to instantly buy that day, but when they are ready, what are they going to remember? They're going to remember you, because they're going to remember that every single week you're sharing a picture of how you're changing your wax. Or every single week you are being consistent in sharing maybe a picture of a warmer in your home. Or maybe you're someone like me who's literally getting ready to put all of the holiday things up, right? And you're making those scenes, you're creating a cozy environment. Take the picture, share the picture, give something to the people who are following you, because what they are doing, whether you think that you're influencing people or not, you are. You are. Just by sharing a picture of your tree, and maybe in the background you have a warmer over behind the tree, right? Maybe you've got a wall fan plug-in. Maybe you've got that going next to the tree. Super secret tip from me to you. Here's the thing. If you have an artificial tree, but you want it to smell like a real tree, here's what you do. You get one of our wall fan diffusers. Heroes in saying hi. I don't know why he wants to go under my desk right now. But you have a wall fan diffuser, and then you can grab pods in one of the seasonal tree scents, like icicles and evergreen, right? Something like that. You can throw that in, and I guarantee you, here's the thing, I guarantee you, because I do it every year. I've been doing it since we got the wall fans, actually. But what I do is I then go in and I put those pods in. And so when people are coming over and they're either standing by my tree, or maybe we're taking a picture by the tree, right? Whatever it is, they're getting that whiff of that evergreen or that tree scent. How amazing is that? You are creating like a 4D experience for somebody. Hello. And you have an artificial tree. Okay. So you can do all of these different things around the holidays. But what I really want you guys to focus on as you are thinking about this is reminding yourself that you don't have to be hard selling people on fragrance or creating memories. You just simply have to be sharing. And sharing looks like consistently showing up, sharing the things that you personally are doing. Maybe you don't have a whole bunch of warmers. You have one, right? Move that ding dang warmer all around the house if you have to. Okay? Try it in a different room. Try it next to the bed. Try it in the bathroom next time, right? Move it around. Move it around. You have the ability to create memories, to create moments, to do all of these amazing things by just sharing what you love. For most of us, me included, I clicked the join button because I loved Scentsy. I just loved the product. That was it. Plain and simple, loved the product. By the way, first warmer I ever purchased was the Jane warmer, which is, it just became discontinued, last catalog or this, I don't know. It'd been around for a minute and I love that warmer. Still have it. The very first scent that I warmed, still my absolute favorite. I lost it in Scentsy Club at some point in time. Echo. Every time that I do get a scent or get to experience Echo, then I'm instantly reminded of when I first was experienced to Scentsy. And for me, that means a lot too, right? Because, I've been doing this for almost 11 years now. And to see myself from where I was then to where I am now, huge difference, right? Huge difference. So it brings back those memories. It's something simple like that. So for most of you, you joined because you were like, hey, that Scentsy stuff smells pretty darn good. Or I really like that Scentsy. I want to be able to buy it whenever I want to buy it. Or I loved, and here's for me personally, I personally loved the fact, because I've always been obsessed with fragrance, but one of the things that I really loved the most is because I was constantly having to buy candles. Constantly. And I was always in the candle aisle trying to figure out which ones I liked, which ones am I going to like for a minute, right? Because hello, if you're buying like those 3-wick candles and all that stuff, you got to be committed to that scent because you got to warm through it or you got to buy a whole new one. That was the thing that I loved with Scentsy, right? I could literally change the scent within minutes. I didn't have to wait for the candle to be gone, or I didn't have to run out to the store and go buy a different scent. I could simply change the wax whenever I wanted. If I wanted that holiday scent, I could do that. If I was done with the holiday scent and now I wanted a floral scent or a fresh and clean scent, right? I could just go dump that wax, wipe out my dish, throw in some Scentsy. I completely lost track because all I was thinking of was holiday scents. But I could throw in like the Scentsy Clean scent, right? And I could throw that in there and instantly have that change in the fragrance, in the scent, in my home. That was one of the things that I loved, right? So being able to do all of those things, how cool is that, right? So if we start sharing those things with our followers on social media, whether you agree or believe it or not, you are an influencer. You are showing people the benefits to Scentsy and why they should choose Scentsy. So think of the things, and maybe this is you taking a piece of paper and writing down like the top 5 things that you personally love about Scentsy. Not that your friend loves, not that your director loves, not that your sponsor loves, not what, nobody. You. What do you love about Scentsy? Do you love the warmers? Are you somebody who is like, I collect all these warmers. I love the licensed warmers. I've got them all now, right? Whatever it is, right? Start writing down those top 5 things. And then what I want you to do with those top 5 things that you've written down is then I want you to start taking pictures and sharing those things in your social media. So if it is being able to change out the scent very quickly in your home, boom, you got it, right? You can change your wax. You can make a reel. You can do a TikTok. You can do whatever you want to do. Take a picture. Doesn't matter, right? Start sharing that. If one of the reasons that you love Scentsy is because there's no flame, right? There's no reason to have to run around and turn off your warmers before you leave the house or anything like that, right? They're safe to leave on 24/7 because they are licensed for that, fill in all the blanks, right? So maybe it's you simply taking a picture of one of your warmers and saying, I can leave the house to go to work for the day and not have to worry about, did I blow out that candle? You don't have to do that with Scentsy, right? So is that one of the reasons? Share that. These are the things that you're sharing. You're sharing what you love. And that should be something that is pretty darn easy for you, because I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that for the majority of you here as Scentsy consultants, I guarantee you love Scentsy in one way or another. Probably multiple ways. And maybe it's the opportunity that you love. Maybe it's the ability to earn money, right? Right now, we are working, all of us are working this month in November. Think about it like this, you guys. November, this is our last month to have our last paycheck before Christmas, right? Everything we're doing in November, we're going to get paid out on December 10th. Would you like to be able to help your family during the holidays? Would you be able to pay off that bill? Or are you needing the money for property tax? Whatever it is, right? It's the end of the year. We got all kinds of stuff happening. You get my point, right? So maybe that's one of your top 5. Share that. You're sharing. You're not selling. Because here's the thing. You can sell all day long. You really could. Okay. If you really sat down and you really drilled into it, you could just sell, right? People go out and buy cars all the time just for the fact that they want to just go buy a car. I go on Amazon and I buy things a lot of times. They're not things I need. Let me be honest. They're not really things I need, but I'm buying them, right? I'm buying them. I'm buying them because maybe I saw something on Instagram and I was like, I could use that in my kitchen, right? Whatever, right? And so I'm buying. So there's hundreds of ways that you can be selling. What we want to do, however, is we need to take out the sell aspect and bring in the share aspect of what we bring to the table. We bring memories. We can bring moments. We can have the ability to create whatever environment that we want, right? If you need to relax, if you want your house to smell fresh, if, all the things. Get in the car. We've got products for the car. I was looking back, see, Hero's already gone. He's like, you were about to talk about me, I'm gone, right? So even for the dog, right? We've got our pet products, the laundry. Hello, I got laundry going right now. Do you know what's in my, what I put in my washing machine? Okay, I put in Magnolia Linen in the laundry detergent, and I put the Scent Soft of Magnolia Linen as well. And I didn't have the Magnolia Linen washer whiffs, but I did still have some of, what was it? Aloe water and cucumber, I think is what it, or I think it's aloe water and cucumber is what it is. It's in the laundry cabinet. It's green. I can picture it. I believe that's what it is, but that's what I had left. So I put that in there, right? So that's what's going in my laundry right now as I'm doing this training right now. So are you sharing what you're doing with Scentsy in your life? You guys can look through my reels on Instagram, and I kind of backed off of them for a while, but I need to get back into doing them again, right? Accountability. So I need to get back into doing them again. But one of my favorite things, again, I can look back on insights as well, and I can see tried and true that those are some of the best performing reels that I do, are me simply spraying counter clean and wiping down the counters and the stove and the sink in my kitchen. For goodness sake, I'm cleaning my kitchen. But at the same time, people are thinking of that going, oh my gosh. And she's talking about how she loves that apple and cinnamon stick scent when she cleans the kitchen. I bet that does smell good. Or I wonder what that smells like. Maybe I should try that, right? Hello, we are sharing what we love. We're sharing what we're using. If, my friends, you are not using Scentsy products, start using your own products, for goodness sake. Please start using your own products. Even if you just joined and you don't have the extra money to buy a whole lot of things, you have a starter kit. You have a starter kit. Did you know that? You do. And maybe you don't have a whole bunch of bars. Here's another thing you can do. Okay, I'm going to share this with you because it's one of the things that I need to do. It's on my list of first of the year things. Testers. As someone who has been a consultant for almost 11 years, I got a lot of testers, let me tell you. But here's the thing with testers, right? That's a lot of wax. It's a lot of wax. So even if you don't have a super secret Scentsy stash of your own, right? You just started, you just have your starter kit, you really don't know what to do. Here's the thing, okay? You can take, because our warmers are made for this ability, right? Because our warmers warm. They do not burn. That is the main difference. I want you to really understand and know that. They warm. They do not burn, okay? Our warmers, along with our light bulbs, that's why we encourage everyone to utilize the Scentsy light bulbs, because they are there for a purpose. Because our light bulbs are literally made to warm in our warmers and to warm only to 98 degrees, okay? Or 98.9, whatever, something like that, okay? Okay, so anything that you put in a warmer dish is not going to burn, which is why felt samples for us, when we are mailing out samples, making those samples, right? These little guys right here, I've still got these going out, okay? For sweet orange and evergreen. I was gonna say evergreen and orange. Same thing though, just different. These guys. And so what I did is I went through, because I realized maybe my customers don't actually realize what they can do with this, right? Do they realize, or do they think that they can only just like smell this and go, okay, that smells good. Okay, yeah, you can smell it. But maybe my customers didn't know that they could actually put it in a warmer dish. Did you know that? Okay, you can. So I made just this cute little tag, and I will share this. And it just says, how to enjoy a felt sample. 1, sniff it out. 2, place in an empty Scentsy warmer dish. And then underneath that, because I can't read backwards, the warmth of the bulb will allow the wax and oils to heat just enough to try the new scent to enjoy. Scentsy warmers are safe to leave the felt in. Remove when you can no longer smell the scent. So it's literally this small little square graphic. Okay, that's all it did. I laid it out on on Canva or whatever, put it down so it would just fill up an entire 8.5 by 11 page. And then I took my handy dandy paper cutter, or if you don't have one of these, you can use scissors. Okay, there is no shame in the game. And then all I did is I just cut them up into little squares, right? That's it, squares. And then these have been going in all of my mailings, because I wanted my customers, maybe they've been getting felt samples, and maybe I just haven't done a good enough job at explaining how to actually use these. Yes, I can smell it outside of the package, right? Yes, I can smell it. It's amazing. And maybe they're thinking that's all they can do. They can put this in a dish, and it is perfectly safe to put in their dish and walk away, okay? So I can put my finger in it. Boom. Okay. Perfectly safe. It's going to congeal here in just a second. There's that big old drop on my finger, and it doesn't burn. It doesn't burn. Okay. So you can do the same thing with a tester. Maybe you've got old testers. Maybe someone decided to not do Scentsy anymore and you inherited some testers. Who knows? A lot of us end up with a lot of testers, let me tell you. But what you can do if you just have testers and you don't have wax or bars or anything to send out, and you just want to either warm something so you can share it on social media, or maybe you want to make samples but you just don't have any bars, hello. Take your testers, take the lid off. All you have to do is turn this upside down, Now, I'm not going to do it because there is wax in here. And I don't have a cotton cleanup nearby. But all you would do is you literally just take this, like I said, upside down, place it in your dish. Oh, yeah. And then you'd walk away, okay? Now, in a few minutes, you're going to notice that all the wax is just going to just drop right out of the tester. You could take this then out and then toss it, or if you wanted to save it to remember what the scent was, then okay. But toss it away, okay? This is a lot of wax, friends. This is at least a cube, if not maybe more. I don't know. I'd have to try and do some math. But that's a lot of scent. So if you are somebody who doesn't have anything to warm and you're like, I just don't know what to do. Okay, you can use some of your testers. Don't use them all because you're going to want them for something. But you can do this with some of maybe the most popular ones, okay? So maybe pull out some ones that you know are popular or are fan favorites, right? Or do something even more fun and engaging and go on your VIP page and line up 5 different testers and say, which one should I melt today, folks? And then pick the one with the most votes. And then you go back and then you share a little video or share a little picture of that in your warmers. And then you give a review on what you thought. What did you think? Was it a strong scent? Did it fill up the entire room? Was it just a little too much on the cinnamon side for you? Whatever it was. What did you think of it? And sharing that. Again, you're sharing, not selling. What are you doing? You're sharing things that smell good. You guys, if there is an easier job out there, I don't really know what it is. We sell things that smell good. People like fragrance, especially this time of year. All right, so that's what you can do if you don't have anything. Like my wax is all dried up. I mean, this is just how, and I'm not going to lie. Madison, she's going to be 13 at Christmas. But when I started in 2012, you guys, she was a little one. Let me tell you, she's still the same sassy little Madison. And she would walk around, and I did have, at that time, I didn't have very many warmers. I had one that I had up by our TV. That was my Jane warmer. Remember my very first warmer? And then I had gotten, one in my starter kit, and that was Silvervine, I believe is the name of it. I still have that warmer. And that was the only other warmer I had for a long time, right? Because I didn't have a whole lot of extra money. And so I was really just trying to start. And at the time I didn't know it was a business, but it was becoming a business, right? Okay. But I just had that one other warmer, and I would have that next to the couch on the end table, and it would never fail. Madison would walk around. She would either stick a finger in it, stick one of her toys in it. I can't even count how many times that I walked by and there was like a Barbie sitting in one of my warmer dishes. I'm not going to lie. It's happened, okay? It's happened. But kids are going to be kids, right? They're going to be curious. They're going to do the things. But here's the thing. Did it hurt Barbie? No. Did it hurt my warmer? No. Did it hurt Madison? No. All of those things. Why? Because it's freaking Scentsy, that's why. It's not this wax or this warmer that I got from another big box store, whatever, that I can't leave on 24/7, or the wax gets too hot, right? All of those things. Share your top 5. Remember, I want you to sit down. I want you to write down the top 5 things. And if you have more than 5, then heck, go for more. Go for 10, okay? But write down the top 5 things that you love about Scentsy personally. Take I'm a consultant out of it if you want to, okay? Just take that factor out of it. If you were just a customer, what are the 5 things that you would love about Scentsy? Write them down. Use those as content ideas for your social media. How can I share that I love scent circles in my car because my car is my sacred space? It is for me. Okay. Is anybody else like that? Like, honestly, when it's just me in the car, it's like as true Jacqui time. Okay. I want it to smell good. I want good music on my radio, right? I want all the things. I turn my heated seat on right now because it's cold. Plus I'm broken and like my back hurts. So I'm also that crazy person that even in the summertime, I will have the sunroof open, I will have the AC on, and I will have the heat seater on the car, okay? I'm the crazy person. But that is my space. That's like the time that I literally, I don't have to listen for the phone to ring because it goes on do not disturb when I'm driving, right? I don't have to be answering to mom or hey babe or whatever, or what time's dinner, any of those things. None of that stuff exists in my car. That is my happy spot. So you can bet your bottom dollar that I also want it to smell good. Scent circles. Okay. I'm going to say that is my favorite way and my favorite thing to use in the car. One of my newer favorite things to use in the car are the travel twists. Okay. Got one in there right now in Luna. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. We've got car bars. We've got the vent clips, right? So we've got different ways to enjoy it. We have our mini fan. I was going to say diffusers. It's not a mini fan diffuser. Or is it? No. That just plug into the USB outlet, right? So I do have one of those in the console, and so I keep that there. And every so often I'll plug that in and put a new scent pod in. Any way that I can experience fragrance in the car, I'm going to do it. But that's my spot, right? So I want it to smell good. So for me, that would be one of my things on my top 5 list. And I would want to share that. So maybe that is taking a picture of the scent circle in your car. Taking a picture of the hand soap next to the bathroom sink, right? Okay. All of those things should be your content ideas. So if you are somebody who is looking for, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to do, that's how you do it. And that's how you begin. And once you start doing that, you're going to find that you're going to start getting more creative. And it's just going to come. So start sharing, stop selling. There you go. That's what I got for you guys this week. I absolutely love you. Y'all are kicking booty right now this month. So congratulations. I cannot wait to see where we end. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.